In this video, we are going to discuss the advantages of note making. Why note making? It's a question. Because note making is an important strategy that a teacher can make use of for developing reading skill as well as writing skill of his students. Let's look at how note making becomes an effective strategy in the case of reading, or what are the advantages of note making in having a better reading experience. The first point is that it creates interest in learners in reading. Whatever thing you do in your life, you should be interested, otherwise you cannot enjoy it. Without enjoying something, you cannot learn anything. So interest, as I always tell, is the gateway of learning. Some other gateways are there: curiosity, readiness, and such things. Interest also is one of the most significant elements which enhance the pace of learning. So if you want to develop reading skill in your students, just encourage them to make notes. It will create some interest in them because they are preparing something. When we are doing something, we will be interested in that process. Then it helps in developing recreation skill. This is also important. Actually, when you make notes, you're borrowing some ideas from some other person and you're recreating these ideas into your own words. This is important. For example, if you're doing some research, you can get ideas from some other sources. But if you use the same words there in your research report, then you will be charged of plagiarism. That is also something difficult for us. Okay, so it helps in developing a recreation skill. Then it helps in focusing on important points. Actually, when we read, some items are there, some unnecessary items will be there. We should know how to ignore or neglect unnecessary items and concentrate on important points. When you make notes, you will be bothered about this one. You'll be careful to scribble only the important points, to write only the important points. Because if you're writing each and every word in that book, then there is no need for making notes. Nowadays, preparation of notes have become something copying from the source. That's not right. Actually, you can borrow the items from the source and you have to create your own. And it helps in developing purposeful reading. So when you are creating some notes, actually you will be having some aims in your mind. Otherwise, you will be reading something without any aim, without any purpose. So when you are making use of note making, you can develop purposeful reading, or you can develop the skill of reading with a purpose, as I told earlier. Then it helps developing higher levels of reading like interpretive and critical reading. When you make some notes, you will look at some important points. Then after writing the points, you will go through the points. Then you will start reading between the lines. And when you write something, you have to give some explanation to points. And when you give points, you will read between the lines. So when you make use of note making as a strategy for reading, then you can enrich or you can develop some higher levels of reading skills like interpretive and critical reading skills. So these are some advantages which we get by using note making as a strategy for having a better reading experience or developing reading skill. So whenever you want to develop the reading skill of your students, you should encourage them to use note making. You should tell them whenever they read something, they should create some notes. And if you value the notes created by the students and give immediate feedback, you can see wonderful result.